What's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here. This is going to be another concert review video for you guys, and I am looking forward to talk about this one because out of all of the concerts that I've attended and witnessed so far, to summarize one word from last night's concert experience, I think the word would have to be maniacal. I think that is the perfect word to describe it, because there's a lot to talk about here. So last night I went to the O2 Institute in Birmingham to see one of my most favourite, beloved top 10 metal band of all time, Napalm Death. And it was on their last ever gig during their Campaign for Musical Destruction tour, with 3 support bands, Brat, Full of Hell, and Crowbar. Crowbar have been one of those bands that I wanted to discover, and I didn't listen to Crowbar enough, so pretty much throughout most of the entire show, I went into these support sets completely blind. Unfortunately, I've missed Brat's set, and I do apologise to that band. I left the house around close to 7 in the evening because I wanted to get in at an easier time for me, instead of the constant time of being involved with the crowd, waiting and slowly walking to get inside the venue. For those who have seen the band, let me know what you thought of their set. I managed to get in with no problems whatsoever, so I managed to go inside the venue, and it was a pretty mad crowd with a ton of people. Full of Hell have been a band I have heard different comments about from other people, but I haven't really listened to them. So this was my first time listening to and seeing that band. And I gotta tell you, I know that Crowbar and Napalm Death have been heavy in their different ways of originality, but Full of Hell, they had been, along with a band who I love and saw more than a few times now, Harriet, these guys are intense. Their sound was pretty much like their own take through grindcore, and their experimentalism was completely consistent. Their energy was just unstoppable. The vocals to the crazy over-the-top drums, which its sound was like bass heavy. It was just in your face. It was wild. I really did like their own ideas and their art. What I love about these heavy, extreme sounding bands, they have always been never afraid to share their own art and to be as dedicating as possible, just like the audience. The audience had been awesome, so dedicating, and they were there to be in the moment. So Full of Hell's set was destructive and, mentally insane. I really did enjoy the sound of their music and their wild performance. Crowbar, on the other hand, like I said, I wanted to discover this band. So when the first opening sounds of the distorted guitars happened, as well as with the drums, as soon as their set began, I fell in love with their sound. It was like, what the fuck? Oh, okay, I'm digging this. Their set was just as awesome. I think, besides hearing the different sounds from Full of Hell and Napalm Death, Crowbar's set, from the produced tones, from the sound engineers, they were the best sounding band out of the lot. The whole tone through the instrumentation was disgustingly heavy. It was fat, and the distortion was beautiful to listen to. so many stank faces came out from me. I got really close to the stage. During Crowbar's set, as well as with Napalm Death's set, I could not believe that I have seen the most amount of crowd surfing than any other concert that I've been to. I couldn't count because I just got lost into the whole sound of the metal greatness. Crowbar's set was full of this doom and big sludgy sound of the band that I just fell in love with immediately. The amount of times I saw a lot of these crowd surfing moments, if I had to count, I believe there were more than 30 or even more than 40 during this whole event. As I was really getting into Crowbar's set and been admiring their style of music, at one point during their set, Shane from Napalm Death, the bass player, got out to the stage and he did one song with them, which was really cool. It was brilliant to see. So I just couldn't believe how amazing Crowbar were. For any Crowbar fan out there who are watching this, please let me know which albums do you guys want me to discover first, as I just decided to follow them on social media and they will definitely be in my collection. Crowbar's set was outstanding. Napalm Death, being the main act, was just non-stop madness. I know that John Cook from a band called Venomous Concept did the guitar work with this remaining lineup of Barney, Danny Herrera, and Shane Embry. And I thought John did a really, really great job filling in with his own take to bring out the signature beloved energy and craziness of Napalm's sound. Napalm Death's set was, out of this world to me. As a long-time fan of this band for close to 15 years, it was a privilege to see this band. They did play various tracks from different releases. It was just a lot of songs, but I think they did play a few from Throat of Joy in the Jaws of Defeatism, even their Resentment is Always Seismic EP. They did play various tracks through albums like with Enemy of the Music Business to Harmony Corruption, Scum, From Enslavement to Obliteration, and, a huge bunch of songs. Barney was full of his own stage presence, going crazy and engaged with the audience, talking to the audience, and, just like with the audience during Crowbar's set, it was just insane. I fell in love with how much that bands like these guys have meant the world to me by listening to them through their albums, but to witness this band in front of my own eyes, it meant something very special to me. I cannot really stop loving Napalm because they have always been one of those bands whose sound had been as adrenaline-making, inspiring, creative, and not only just pioneering, but I would definitely and always will be defining Napalm as one of the top most important and pinnacle bands in metal's history. So in the end, I was really happy. During Napalm's set, my cheeks really started to hurt, shaking my head like crazy, with the moments of the blast beats to digging into the different rhythms through their songs. I really thought my neck was going to be super, super sore. But thankfully, I just decided to rest up very comfortably, and there was not many neck fatigue at all. With that being said, guys, this show has been absolutely one of my most favourite metal concerts that I've attended. For those of you guys who have seen this lineup of bands before they did this Birmingham gig, let me know what you thought of their sets in the comments down below. I would love to see Napalm Death once again, and especially Crowbar, and much love to Full of Hell for nailing their brutal and excellent set. I would like to give Brat a go, and like I said, I will send my apologies to Brat for not seeing their set at all. So that's it, guys. That's all I would like to say for this concert review for Napalm Death's set, as well as the others during their now finished Campaign for Musical Destruction tour. Thank you guys for watching, and I will keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future.